That's it with the league. Let's get on with the show now. Quickly, let's talk about. Let's check up on Lionel Messi. What a story! So Argentina, they're telling us no Messi, no victory.
They know now, and basically the thing about it, Argentina team, that without Messi, they are really an average team. They are really beatable. We showed. Bolivia just took them out 2-0 without Messi, and Messi has been very massive for them. You know, he creates he's the head of the creative team in the team. You know, once he's playing very well, other players tend to take a cue, and Di Maria and even they've built the team around him. If he doesn't play, it affects the entire system.
That's right.
So,
it's really sad when I hear people talk about the fact that the Argentine national team is nothing without Lionel Messi. Because you look around the park and you're seeing Angel Di Maria plays for Paris Saint-Germain. You're seeing Sergio Aguero playing for Manchester City. You see some of the best players in European football are the Argentines. They come to the national team, and I do have a feeling that sometimes these guys just don't turn up for the national team the way they turn up for their clubs. Because a few years ago, Daniel Alves was playing for Barcelona and said that Messi doesn't produce for the Argentine national team because the players are not as good as the Barcelona players. I don't agree with him, because the amount of quality that Argentine squad possesses, it's scary. They should just get into the field, and by just turning up for a game, they should scare teams. But they don't, again, because if Bolivia is beating you, teams like Bolivia will be beating you. Bolivia were on 4 points before they played Argentina. They beat you 2-0. It's sad, and I think the Argentina are really threading on a line that is not very comfortable. We want to see them at the World Cup.
That's right. It'll be good
to see the best players at the World Cup.
That's right.
And incidentally, when Argentina gets to a tournament, you see them. They show up at tournaments. They don't show up in the qualifiers.
Okay, so that's we'll monitor them. But first, you need to get past the qualifiers.
Absolutely.
They have players, but they don't individual players. But the problem is as a team.
Same team. We talk about Belgium. We talk about Kevin De Bruyne, Eden Hazard, and the rest of the
maybe the coaching. That's where the coaching needs to come in. Ability to
it's very difficult. You need a big manager in that dressing room to be able to get the guys playing.
I want to wrap up this discussion, guys. Don't take the show away from me. It's not a good show. They've been to the Copa America final, they've been to the World Cup final. That means they've got a good team. Something is just wrong, and it might just be Lionel Messi. Let's just hold on with that. There's no way you talk about Messi, they won't talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. So much love Cristiano is getting lately, and for the airport, for an airport to be named after this guy, speaks nothing but legendary status.
Legendary status, and the boy comes from a very humble background, the Madeira area. And I remember a few years ago when he was at Man United and he had issues with Mourinho, and Mourinho, in his usual bad mouth, he said, "You've not gone to school. That's why you're behaving like this." And Ronaldo, humble boy, he's worked himself up. I tell people that Ronaldo should not be compared with Messi, because I think Messi is more of a natural talent. Ronaldo has worked himself up, absolute work. Has worked hard to get to where he is. And when you see these kind of things named after him, you should just applaud the man. This
only happens for footballers when they've retired. Like when we know that they've been there, done that, this guy is still doing it.
It shows how massive he is as a person. I mean, his achievements are unprecedented. But he's the highest goal scorer in the history of Portuguese football. He's won the Ballon d'Or more times than even Eusebio. You know, so his achievement so far has been phenomenal. Portugal has never seen a son excel the way Ronaldo has excelled. And he's almost second to none, really.
And we're saying a few years ago, will Portugal have a player in the mold? If you talked about the great Eusebio, will Portugal produce another player in the mold of Luis Figo? He's coming and he's done better than Figo did.
He's done far better. Figo won it once. He's won it.
He's won it 4 times.
4 times. I mean,
unprecedented.
I mean, to play football at a time when Lionel Messi is playing football,
and still,
it's unfair. When Iniesta, Ibrahimovic, names talents everywhere, and the world is still standing up for you. I mean, this guy has been giving Messi stiff competition.
I tell people to play football up to a point that you can be compared to Messi. You can be, someone can even mention you in the same sentence with Messi. You've got to look at yourself and say, come on, I've done well for myself. And Ronaldo, absolutely brilliant footballer. And no one is going to tell me anything otherwise, because he's done well for himself.
Massive tribute for Cristiano Ronaldo. The Madeira airport has been renamed after the Real Madrid striker, and it's nothing but love for this guy that has been there, done that, still doing it for football all over the world. So respect to Cristiano Ronaldo. Take a bow, Cristiano, for everything you have done for football. Okay, let's just run through some comments on Twitter as we get into the final stages of the show. Chidozie Ebe, thank you for talking to us. Says, Austin, you got great pundits. Big ups to you guys with you there. Said in your bong, Amukuzi's depth of knowledge, your moderation is very engaging. Thank you so much. That's nothing but love. We feel like Cristiano Ronaldo right now. Eberi Amarizu says, United, Rivers United should watch, while Rangers should as well watch, as no excuse for non-performance. I think you have a point. So much comments just pouring in, guys. You know what? Let's take a breather. When we'll come back, we'll read some more tweets, and then we'll find out what's going on. WADA, don't go anywhere. Stay.
Welcome to the Estadio Olímpico Atahualpa in Quito for this South American World Cup qualifier between Ecuador and Colombia. Aguirre. Cardona's layoff. Fed forward towards Borja. Faced by Arturo Mina. Decent looking ball in, and it's in! James knew nothing about it, but James Rodriguez has scored. Oh, it's a splendid counter-attack from Colombia. And those who have travelled the 450 miles across the border to witness this qualifier are jumping up and down in delight and some disbelief, because Ecuador had been gathering a head of steam. Over the top for James. They've beaten the offside trap again. He's looking for Cuadrado, and it's 2-0 to Colombia. Well, I'm not sure those Colombian players thought they'd be using these goal celebrations once, let alone twice today. And it's the first ever goal that Juan Cuadrado has scored in a World Cup qualifier. Borja tries to get in here, goes down under the challenge of Dreher. Well, the referee didn't see anything wrong in that. I'd like to see the replay again. And for the third time. Aguirre on the receiving end again of a very robust challenge. Well, he was lucky a short while earlier for another bad challenge, and referee Nestor.
Welcome back, Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Remember, you can keep talking to us. Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels-Sports. And let's wrap up the show now with the World Anti-Doping Agency. You know the story. They are sitting close to Russia. They're watching Russia closely because of that state-sponsored doping that took place. And Russia has been hit so many times. Now, the World Anti-Doping Agency President Craig has says several whistleblowers have approached them through a new program set up after revelations of rampant state-sponsored doping in Russia. WADA this month launched a Speak Up secure digital platform for athletes and others to report anti-doping violations. So guys, the talk now is Russia is saying, we should know how you got about your findings. Let's know the people that are opening us up. And these guys are saying, look, we need to be secured. We're not talking. So whistleblowers are saying, oh, just stay where we are. Don't disclose anything. In terms of credibility, does that question WADA?
It doesn't, quite honestly, because if you get people to know this person and this person is looking into certain things, it might allow the people who are cheats, if I'm allowed to call them that, to be a little more careful, because trust me, it's unfair if you're trying to get one over me through the back door. It's really unfair. So
I know.
It's neither here nor there.
Yeah, right, exactly. And WADA doesn't care. Joseph, I know you want a chance to punch either WADA or Russia, but you won't have that chance because we got to go now. Thank you so much, Joseph Mukuzu, for coming around. Of course, in your Bong Monday, thank you guys for making it a racy-pacey show. That's the show right there. And to you, wherever you are in the world watching Sports Tonight on Channels Television, just know that when we leave the studio, the show doesn't end. It's an action-packed world of sports. Keep talking to us on Twitter, Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels-Sports. That's the show. On behalf of the ever-winning sports team at Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria, I'm Austin Okonakwan. Sports is so much fun. So in everything you do, remember, Let's keep talking sports. Bye for now.